I built this entire stylized 3D scene in Blender using basically just one tool, the Skin Modifier. I know, everyone thinks this modifier just crashes your PC, but today I'll show you my secret modifier sandwich workflow. And the best part? This entire project file is only 998 kilobytes. Let's go, wait. You guys flooded the comments asking for a detailed step-by-step masterclass, so today, no crazy fast forwards. Put this video on your second monitor, fire up Blender, and let's create this cozy diorama. Wait, oh no, what did I just do? Okay, before anyone notices, let's just pretend I did that on purpose and rebuild the whole thing from scratch. Don't tell the algorithm. So, as usual, I'll grab the first thing I see. Well, this single vertex right here. I'll add the skin modifier to this vertex, followed by a subdivision surface modifier. And now I just spam the E key to extrude, and the mesh literally draws itself right under my mouse. To change the thickness, just press CTRL A. You can even press X or Y if you want the thickness to be non-uniform. It's that simple. Right now it looks like a slingshot or a Viking axe. The main thing is not to get carried away and remember what we actually wanted to draw. With the skin modifier, you create at the speed of thought. From the left horn, I'll extract a nose. Oh, and if your geometry disappears, you probably forgot to select a vertex and click Mark Root. Pinch a piece off the nose, and we have a pair of eyes. Everything flows from one single mesh. I'll add some antennas above the eyes. I have no idea what they are for, actually. Any theories? Let me know in the comments. Here is a really cool trick. I'll make a basic jagged line with just a few edges. Now, I duplicate the subdivision modifier and move it above the skin modifier. Watch this. The jagged line instantly turns into a smooth spiral shape. Highly recommend this trick. I'll duplicate the eyes and turn them into cheeks. I mean, what kind of trumpet player doesn't have big puffed up cheeks? Our character needs bushy eyebrows for extra personality. But remember, we are lazy artists. If something can be reused, why not? I'll literally turn the eyebrows into ears. Look at them wiggle! Now he's officially got perfect pitch. Now I'll turn the ear into a clover leaf on his horn. Does a 3-leaf clover bring good luck, or does it have to be a 4-leaf one? Let me know. I'll copy the ears again and make tiny wings out of them. It's currently 36 degrees Celsius outside right now as I'm modeling this, so I'm definitely thinking about ventilation. Look at them flutter. I'll copy the ears one more time, and make the feet. I'm keeping the feet as a separate object from the rest of the leg. It's just way cleaner for character animation later on, especially for this specific scene. Oh God, I'm copying the ears again to make the hands. The hardest part here is choosing the number of fingers, 3 or 4. Actually, a musician can never have too many fingers, right? The more, the merrier. Let's tweak the arm placement so our musician can actually reach his instrument. Alright, our little musician needs a mouth with thick donut lips. We know how to make donuts. Alright, here's my secret recipe for the perfect stylized donut. Jot this down. A simple 4 vertex circle, then add subdivision, skin, and another subdivision. Scale it with CTRL A until it's fully baked. Boom, done. I'll duplicate this donut lip and use it as a stylized pupil for the eye. Remember CTRL A, then X or Y for non-uniform scaling? Keep that trick in mind. And don't forget to use the mirror modifier for symmetrical meshes. Above his head, I'll add a floating star. Why? Because it looks cool. By the way, would you guys play a cozy fantasy indie game with these kinds of quirky characters? What should the plot be? Duplicate the donut lips again. I'll select a single vertex and hit V to rip it. Oh, see that weird glitch? That happens because the root vertex is sitting right there. Just select a different boundary vertex, click Mark Root, and the glitch is gone. Easy fix. Let's give him a trumpet. I'll literally extrude the trumpet straight out of his lips. You know what they say, purse your lips and blow. I used my signature sandwich method here. Subdivision, skin, subdivision. Spoiler alert, this made animating the trumpet later on so much easier. To easily control the curvature of the trumpet, I'll turn on proportional editing here. I actually tried making this trumpet using Blender's built-in spiral curve tool. Honestly, it's way faster to just extrude a few edges manually than messing around with math parameters. So stick to my Subdivision, Skin, Subdivision pipeline. It'll save your time and your sanity. Let's add some musical notes so people know he's actually playing music and not just making weird noises. Let's snap the hands to the trumpet, or the trumpet to the hands. Either way, let's apply the mirror modifier so we can separate the arms and edit them individually. Look at our trumpeter. Just a few simple edges and we have a fully modular character. By the way, do you know where to enable random viewport colors in Blender? Let's check it out. Watch how fast I can turn him into a completely new character. Done. Now the new guy needs an instrument. A flute, maybe? Does anyone know why I put this weird knob right in the middle of the flute? Honestly, even I have no idea what it's doing there. Any musicians here to tell me what I just built? Anyway, whatever this thing turned out to be, let's just shove it into our musician's hands. My job was to model it. He can figure out how to play it himself. Let's make it a trio. I'll duplicate the first guy again to make our third musician. I'll turn his antennas into a glorious mustache, and drumsticks. Nothing goes to waste here. I feel like this little guy's horns need to match his magnificent mustache. Ah, there we go. Much better. So the antennas, the mustache, and the drumsticks are all built from the exact same base element. Talk about optimization. This guy definitely has style. Let's give him wings that look a bit different from the other monsters. Maybe he's from a different village. Well, you know how drummers are. They live in their own little world anyway. Let's build him a drum. Or is it a tam-tam? I actually own one of these, but I still don't know the proper name for it. Here's another killer workflow hack for the skin modifier. I'll duplicate the main drum shape, convert it into a regular mesh, and select a few specific edges. Then I hit Ctrl+I to invert the selection, delete the rest, and throw the skin modifier right back onto those remaining edges. This is how you create new accessories that perfectly hug the contours of your original object. And just like that, we got two clean rims around the drum, and these vertical ribs, or whatever you call them, you get the idea. So here is our trio of quirky musician friends with their instruments. And the best part? The base mesh is literally just a handful of vertices and edges. Look how awesome they look with random viewport colors and wireframes turned on. For some reason, I decided this squad absolutely needs a butterfly. Whoops, there goes the geometry again. Time for mark root. Remember that one? By the way, what's the butterfly's role here? Is she the opening act for the band? What are your theories? Let me know. Now we need to build a cozy environment for our band. Creative folks are sensitive creatures, you know. They can't just perform anywhere. They need the right vibe. Why not turn a butterfly into a magical mushroom? Makes perfect sense. Look at this, I accidentally made a gear shape. In my magic book tutorial, I turned this shape into a lock seal. In the windmill tutorial, it became a structural element. In the candle tutorial, it was a puddle of melted wax. This gear is definitely stalking me. What do you think? Should I try modeling something steampunk next? Is steampunk still a thing? Let me know in the comments. See how incredibly easy it is to make stylized rocks? I have no idea why I added these bubbles floating out of the mushroom cap, but honestly, it just looks too cool to leave out. Let's add a small cluster of tiny mushrooms here. I don't know, maybe our band will want a quick snack later. By the way, does anyone know if these are actually edible? Let me know in the comments before I try one. And look at that, we now have a whole library of stylized assets ready to go. It's time to bring them all together into a solid composition. As usual, I'll create a central diorama base plate using the Skin Modifier, and then I'll add some organic roughness to it with a Displace modifier. I'll quickly block out the terrain and some rocks to tie the whole composition together. I'll scatter a few larger rocks around to shape a cozy, makeshift stage for our musical squad. Well, what do you think? This concert is definitely going to sell out some tickets, right? And here is our final blockout. This 3D scene turned out incredibly atmospheric, and we built the entire thing without messing around with single polygon modeling. Now I know what you're thinking. How do we add materials, rig these guys, and bring them to life with animation? Well, the good news is, I've already recorded the entire pipeline. I fully procedurally animated this squad and dropped them into a game engine. Part 2 is officially in production and is coming out very soon. Drop a comment down below and tell me, which game engine do you want to see this in? Unity, Unreal, or Godot? Your votes will literally shape the next tutorial. Hit that subscribe button, leave a like to help a lazy artist defeat the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you in part 2. Bye!